Okay, so I wanted to walk y'all through me going through the SEMrush and showing you the process of building up a blog on WordPress. You know, the headers, titles, SEO, tags. So I was somewhat, you know, dabbling into it. And I'm looking at these. I'm just trying to find a good one that isn't. I mean, these aren't too bad, but the rank or the volume isn't the greatest for a 30, in my opinion. You could always just refresh these on the side here. Homemade, okay. Oh, here we go. A healthy homemade dog food for sensitive stomach. That gets about 20 and it's ranked 29. This is commercial. So, yes, this would be great for the blog, but I'm not selling this dog food. So, with the commercial, that wouldn't be the greatest for me, quite honestly. So, we can look at that one. So you want to find relevant content to what the keyword is, which this literally gives them like dog treats and dog food recipes that end up, these are links that go to the actual website of where I found them. And let's see, homemade dog food for your dog with sensitive stomach. Okay, let's update these because I want to find one that has decent content. Homemade dog food toppers. Okay, well, we don't do dog food. Toppers. Yeah, see, these aren't entirely the greatest, but they're doable. And I see that this one says it was updated last week. So you just want to like update it because the difficulty could have gone down. But it also could have skyrocketed, so we'll find out in a minute. Okay. So no change apparently. How to make dog food for sensitive stomachs. Best dog food for sensitive stomachs and diarrhea. I mean, that one's not too bad. It's kind of ranked. Let's try these ones down here and see what they're about. This thing is very annoying. So we'll let that finish. But I just wanted to jump over back to the blog post. So they have the focus key phrase. And if we look at the focus key phrase, we can figure out what it is. So you'll find I'm going to read this to y'all, by the way. So you'll find a focus key phrase input field for every page on your site. Here you can enter the keyworded key phrase you'd like the page to rank for in Google. So it's pretty much these keywords here is what it's talking about. What is a focus keyword or key phrase? Is a search term you want a page or post to rank for most. When people search for that phrase, they should find you. Okay. Alright, so that's just pretty much the keyword. So you have the slug, which is, the URL of the website. You can use view as mobile or desktop. I don't have the Yoast SEO Pro. I will be getting that shortly, probably by next week for Christmas. So that way I can get related key phrases to better rank. The SEO title, you can, put that in there and it pops up for that. Meta description, you want to pretty much summarize what the page is about and do a call to action. And then also, whenever you go to the desktop, what you have in your key phrase will show up in a bold text in your meta description on the preview, which is great because it shows that you have, for me, I have 4 different key phrases. Also with Google, I don't know, with the new update that just rolled out in December, I have to read up on that, but if this hasn't changed, with the plural and singular, it doesn't really have a difference. So with the whole dog here and then dogs up here, and then pups would somewhat be relevant to the dogs because a puppy is a dog. I can't remember what course it was, but it was a course that I had listened to that was a course that was on LinkedIn. It was a LinkedIn learning. And was it on LinkedIn? I think it was probably on a YouTube one. I honestly cannot remember, but I remember them saying dogs is relevant or related, is a related keyword to pets, puppies, stuff like that, things that are really close, similar research type. So it tags your say for instance dogs. It would tag dogs into pets or pups or dog for singular. And it would work. It would work because, and I'm actually going to put issue homemade recipes for dogs, upset stomach issues. Okay, I mean, that would work. But I'm also getting, with the whole dogs, I'm getting 1, 2, and 3 more. And 1, 2 recipes I think would go with food, so we can count that. So 3, and I want to put, so I don't want to put, well, let's do sensitive, because I think I've done sensitive instead of, okay, let's, does your, hold on, y'all. This is where it gets tricky. It gets tricky. Does your beloved pet have, we can delete any, have underlying stomach issues? Check out some homemade dog food recipes. And learn? No. On how to help your pup's sensitive stomach. The exclamation point. Okay. So yeah, I feel like that would be really good for SEO. Over here in the tags on the right hand side bar. So I have upset stomach. Let's do recipes. So I'm also wanting to do upset because it's pretty much the same thing. Let's actually put this as sensitive, since that's what I'm using this up here, and the focus key phrase is sensitive, not upset. Recipes for sensitive stomach. What else? Sensitive stomach issues. Homemade dog food recipes. So it's you just get a bunch of these, tag it in there. And alright, so let's go back to the homemade on SEMrush and see what we've come up with here. So how to make homemade dog food for sensitive stomachs. All of these don't really have their keyword difficulty, but nobody's really searching for it. I've just updated all of these. So we have best homemade dog food for sensitive stomach and diarrhea. How to make homemade dog food for sensitive stomachs. So we can actually put this one in there because I have a recipe thing. How to make homemade dog food for sensitive stomachs. Is there? No, there's not. Okay. I was gonna go over that with y'all, the tags. We can actually go to Google and do that. WordPress tags helps with SEO. Okay, well, it doesn't really offer any SEO benefit, and in fact, using them excessively can clutter your website, create a poor user experience. Okay, so don't do that. Don't do that. The idea that WordPress tags can improve your SEO is very common misconception. Okay, so let's not do that. So we all learned something new today. Alright, so let's get rid of this one. So anything with upset stomach, we're just going to get rid of. And we're just going to keep the sensitive ones. Recipes, stomach issues, sensitive. So how many tags should I use on WordPress for SEO? 10 tags max. Okay, so everybody, 10 tags is the maximum amount that you can use for SEO purposes on WordPress. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I think that should be fine. I don't really want to use all 10. But yeah, so we have the stomach issues, sensitive stomachs, food, recipes, dogs, homemade, and all of the above. So next thing that I want to talk about before I finalize, quit this, is make sure this somewhat matches this. That way, like, it'll rank. You have stomach issues here, H2 tags, H2. Easy to read, space them out, don't clutter everything in a freaking paragraph. You have, see, this looks like a paragraph, but it is bullet pointed. There's bullet points. So that actually helps somebody read. Homemade dog food in my H3. What I believe that I had read is that for every H2, there should be 3 H3s. 3 H3 tag or headers. So every header for H2 headers, there should be 3 H3 headers. Very complicated and difficult to understand. But I think it's like within every 500 words, there should be 3 H3s within like 500 words. I put it H4 because it was, I did quite a bit here. So I did H4 for homemade dog food recipes. So there's another keyword right there. This has the recipe with the outbound link, has a link, homemade link, homemade dog food, sensitive tummies. Another H2, homemade dog treats for sensitive tummies. So it's got the homemade dog and then sensitive tummies. I got links. So when you space it out like this, in the way I did, like I like to have the bullet points in the middle, like the separator bullets in the middle to make it look a little bit more fancy. I like to space out my text. I don't like to have no more than 2. 3 is really pushing it whenever you're writing a blog post, and you're clumping it into a paragraph. 3 is a little bit crowded. I want to show you. Just gonna cut this. Like, I mean, it looks readable, but it's not, it doesn't look clean. You want your text in blog posts and email copy even, but you want it to look clean and easy to read, because if you have it clumped together, it discourages the reader to read that, and they're just like, holy crap, this is, 1, it looks messy, 2, that's a lot of freaking text to read, so I'm not gonna read that. And it discourages them. You don't want to discourage the reader to read. You want them to read and be like, oh, this is pretty simple and easy. So that's all I have with the SEMrush keywords, and I will catch y'all on the next one.